Put the needle down, son. So you're thinking about getting on gear, eh? Well, before you do, listen to me. You don't necessarily have to jump on gear. I know we're all looking up to these Instagram guys that are super jacked, super fit, and always looking chiseled, because I like it too. All power to them. They look amazing. But is it right for you? This is the difference. You can look and be inspired, and then you can take and your whole life turns upside down. It all depends on your age and your fitness goals. If you are young and getting into the gym, why the fuck would you need to get on gear? And why would you want to be super jacked? I can understand the super jacked part, the gear part, it's no good. If you're super young, your test levels are probably already through the roof, and you need to get into training properly and eating properly. You need to do that consistently and reach the peak performance that you naturally can to then potentially enhance. And only I say potentially because I still don't think you need it. It depends what your fitness goals are. These guys that are super jacked and on gear, they do it for a job. They're probably professional bodybuilders where they make money. If you're gonna be a bodybuilder, then you can take gear, but also you have to realize genetics play a huge role. I myself, when I was in my early 20s, I pumped so much gear, way more than I needed. I jumped on gear, I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder, I was all in, and I got jacked, really jacked. But you know what I came to find out? I wasn't actually gonna become a pro bodybuilder, because genetics matter. If you have the correct genetics and you're very sensitive to gear and you blow up like Sam Sulek, you're gonna become something. But if you have average genetics and you blast gear, you're still gonna be an average bodybuilder. So now you're wasting your early life away injecting copious amounts of toxins into your body for what? When I was doing this, I ended up feeling so shit. I was always out of breath, redness in the face, and I just didn't need that much stuff. So I cut most of it out. And the unfortunate part is if you're young and you get on gear and you cut off your natural testosterone production, you're now gonna have to take something probably for the foreseeable future. That's something to bear in mind. And it's also to bear in mind, what are your fitness goals? Because it's all well and good to get jacked and be on gear so you look cool for the girls, but what do you do for your fitness? If you're a runner, then it makes not a lot of sense to have quads the size of Sam Sulek's, does it? If you're a swimmer, do you really need to be pumping a bunch of D-Bol tablets in? It doesn't add up. You need to understand your fitness goals. If you're not gonna be doing bodybuilding or super heavy lifting and powerlifting, you probably don't need to be pumping heaps of gear. And being a little bit smaller and not super jacked is probably going to be highly beneficial for you. Your fitness goals should be, one, being able to go on long hikes and walks without getting out of breath, and two, just being in optimal human shape, being able to run, jump, fight, move, be flexible, be less prone to injury, because when you get big and strong, you're gonna get injured a lot easier. I tell you now, when I was bigger, my knees were so bad. If I had to quickly run for like 5Ks, there's no way. I would have rolled an ankle, I would have burst a knee. These things all do matter in real life scenarios. It is all well and good looking nice on an Instagram post, but then you cannot run 5Ks down the road to catch a thief or to save your dog or whatever it is. Then it's not worth it. You need to be jacked, yes, looking fit, healthy, lean, strong. These are all really good things, but do you need to be 100 kgs at 5'8"? No, you don't. Not unless you're gonna waddle up onto the stage in your little mankini and flex off. That's the difference. You need to understand what your fitness goals are. Now, age is the other factor I was talking about earlier. If you're in your 20s, you don't need it unless you know your genetics and unless you know you're gonna be a pro bodybuilder or you just really want to aspire to it, by all means. If you're in your 20s, stay off it. Now, my advice to people 35 and over though is not just jump and blast. Go to the doctor, get your levels checked, make sure everything else in your life is in place. So sleep, food, training, everything needs to be in place. See where your test levels are sitting, because sometimes you might find you're still quite high. And that way you'll be fine. If you're over 35 and you get your bloods tested and your test is a little bit low, then you can definitely implement some PEDs, some testosterone replacement, that sort of thing. But again, it's not blasting gear. It's gonna be a lot lower, but you'll feel better, you'll stay stronger and healthier. Those are the different things. So do you really need to be on gear? What do you think?